Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dee. If you are returning, welcome back. Glad to have you back. This will be a soul message. All my readings are timeless, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not try to force the story to fit your narrative. If you feel called to book a personal reading with me, all that information is in the description box below. So, I wasn't even going to do this reading today. Like, I was prepared to clean up everything, put my cards away. Spirit was like, no, you have a soul message to get out there. Uh, the only thing I heard while I was shuffling for the energy was rainbows. Rainbows could be significant for somebody, but we're just going to get straight into it today because I was done. Like I was about to start putting everything away, and then Spirit was like, "No, you have to do a soul message today." So that's what we're doing. All right. Look at that, the divine feminine. So this could definitely be about being aligned in your divine feminine energy because in the last few readings I've done, the feminine energy side has been coming out a lot to like get more aligned and in tune with. So that might be where we're going. Okay, but I wasn't called to keep that out there. Ooh, we have two. We have revolution, number 42, and then we have sensitivity, number 15. On the bottom, we have ask your soul. I don't really feel called to read that one, just the two that came out. Okay. Evolution is guaranteed. You are waking up from old habits and patterns. At times you may feel bewildered or not quite like yourself. Relax, all is well. You are just keeping up with your evolution and the life that you desire. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul perspective. It is common for your mind or body to resist, react, or panic when you experience the unfamiliar or the unknown. However, for this from this higher vantage, you can change any story that splits you into and heal any wounds. You are not trying to replace a negative memory with a positive one. Instead, see all the components of a memory so that a new conclusion can form. An unbalanced memory recreates the trauma every time it is talked about or remembered. This this event or person will be blamed for pain in your life today. A balance a balanced memory has no change or activation and becomes wisdom. You may even come to see a challenge as the best thing that ever happened to you. Once you change and heal your opinion, enlightenment will shine through as wisdom. Then we have number 15, sensitivity. Heightened intuition and compassion. You're becoming more sensitive to the energy and vibration that precedes all physical creation. We can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Senses beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up-to-date information through your senses. When we are open to sensing and feeling love, it also means we are open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actively choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Don't let old stories determine what you will think and feel. There is no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for others or situations doesn't help them or you. It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feedbacks what they already know. You came here to create reality, not to accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think or what you say, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? Okay. And that's still giving me the energy of being more open. Okay, because that has been a heavy message every reading I've done for the past few days, because I was MIA for a long time, but for the past few days, is the energy has been giving being more open, okay, being more vulnerable to yourself, to be more vulnerable to the people who genuinely care and see you for who you truly are. Okay, let me grab one of my books. All right, let's get started. I didn't like. I think one of my wires moved. I'm sorry. All right, so we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. We have Death, Scorpio energy. Six of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. You can have heavy Gemini or Scorpio in your chart. Six of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Being in union with you will always be the most important thing, okay? Your feminine and masculine energy being in balance and being in one with each other will always be the most important thing. The happiness you have within will show without, right? This isn't about any energies without of yourself. Your feminine and masculine always protects each other. I know in this world we always talk about divine feminine, divine masculine, and it always has something to do with like twin flames, but your twin flame is you. Yes, your twin flame is like a mirror for you, and a lot of us, like the person I perceive to be my twin flame, we don't even speak anymore. You know, he came in and taught me the lessons that I was supposed to learn, and then we went our separate ways. I know there's people out here who believe like once you meet your twin flame, you know, that's the end all be all, but that's not the story for everyone. Like if you've been in a true twin flame connection, like you know, and I knew I was having all the dreams and having all the feelings and everything. Like I was going through it. I was going through it. And those first 2 years were really, really hard, even when like we were in no contact. And for me and my twin flame released each other in a dream. And it was a really beautiful dream. Like I journaled it and everything. And I felt really at peace after that. And I've been okay because I knew that we came together in the 3D to do what we needed to do. And in the 5D, we're perfectly fine. You know, like it just wasn't meant to be this lifetime. Give me 1 second. But the most important union, like I was saying, is within you. Be sensitive to yourself, being your nurturer, being your provider, and then everything without will be in alignment, is what this feels like. It feels like you've been giving without of yourself for a long time, or you were hoping for something for a long time and it has been confusing. But your higher self is telling you it's time to let go. The truth is, there's something more aligned and more balanced in your future. Okay? There's an energy of like forgiving yourself for holding on to something for so long because you were looking for something without of yourself. Okay? But this is about you and your soul and you and your higher self, your inner child, your inner teen, all versions of you, past, present, future, to be in alignment with you. It feels like there's energy of needing to focus on this very specific part. And like I said, it could be the divine feminine side of you, which a lot of us feel like we're connected to, but at the same time, we tend to neglect her. Okay? And let our masculine side overpower because we have to be our own protectors a lot of the time we don't even know what it feels like to be protected by a genuinely like healed masculine energy, and we have to figure that out on our own. But that's what this feels like. It feels like you have to really realize like you are your most important relationship. You are your divine feminine, you are your divine masculine, you are you, you are your soul, your ancient beautiful soul. Okay? Let's start clarifying. All right, so the message from your soul is the Lovers, the Gemini energy. Okay, Spirit, please clarify that for me. We have the Fool, Aries energy. The Four of Swords. The Queen of Swords. That was too many. The Six of Cups. Sitting right on top of the Six of Cups. Death. Nine of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. The King of Swords. The Queen of Wands. And the Three of Wands. And the Magician. And I just said this in a love reading too, so if you haven't watched that yet, please do, okay? A lot of you are learning how to mother yourselves, right? And you're learning how to mother and parent your inner child, in yourself. It feels like you've been so cold to a certain part of you and you're not giving yourself grace. It feels like something happened in a 3D. Okay, and it could be in regards to a twin flame or a divine counterpart, someone you thought that you might be spending the rest of your life with. Maybe they got engaged. Maybe they got married. Okay, and then you feel like a part of your healing journey has been like, well, what was it all for? We were supposed to get back together. This was supposed to happen. I listened to all those tarot readings and da da da. Like it feels like a very triggering moment. And for some of you, it feels like you're not like you're not realizing like whatever that person was mirroring to you, it was a part of healing. That doesn't mean that they were meant to come back. It doesn't mean that they were meant to stay. They were meant to teach you that and get you to open up to a certain aspect of yourself to continue your healing journey, right? Because that's what this feels like to me. You were supposed to embrace this side of you because that's what they mirrored to you. And I feel like a part of you feels betrayed by that. Like, this was supposed to be my masculine, or this was supposed to be my feminine. What happened? Okay? You weren't supposed to do that healing work for them. You weren't supposed to do that healing work to get back with them. No. This was about being in union with self. Because you are your twin flame. You are your divine feminine. You are your divine masculine. Whatever masculine or feminine, that comes into your life in the 3D without of you, that's just a lucky bonus. That's a gift from spirit. But nobody is really yours. It's just a blessing that we get from, our higher power source, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, as we continue to do the work, as we continue to heal. Spirit is saying, whatever this is that you went through in the 3D, where you feel like you worked so hard towards to get something to either come back into your life, where you thought something was meant to be because you were doing certain healing, it was meant to be within you. Nothing without of you. Okay, you were supposed to go through this transformation, this change, this soul lesson to come into union with you. So you could be heartbroken, you could be mad, you could be angry, all right, because you're just like, I did part of this for this and it's not turning out the way I thought. There's something better. There's totally something better. It feels unfair, but this was something to connect you back to you and not really that person without of you. They were just a mirror. If they showed you the energy of like vulnerability, wholeness, peace, there was something after they left that whatever they taught you in that regard, you were supposed to bring back to you. to bring back to your feminine side, to bring back to your inner child, to mother that part of you, to love that part of you, to use what they teach you to help you become whole within you again. And it wasn't really about them coming back, is what I'm getting. Okay? It was a beautiful teaching moment, but it helped you gain more knowledge and clarity for self. Okay, so how we get into alignment, we have death reverse. Please clarify that for me. Thank you. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Magician. The Seven of Swords reverse. This is my favorite deck. I need to use it more. Look at that. The Ace of Swords and the Two of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Star reverse, Aquarius energy, the Five of Wands, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles reverse, and the Lovers reverse. Your higher self, your soul is asking you to stop like fighting them. Stop fighting yourself. It's like the true path to alignment is literally here with the Four of Wands to the Two of Cups. Destiny is here. Where you thought you were going wasn't the highest timeline. There's something better. And it's like you're fighting for a specific timeline and trying to control it, because we did see the King and Queen of Swords there. Like, you're trying to control it. You're trying to force it because it's like you thought you were doing this healing work for something super specific, but that wasn't it. That wasn't the highest timeline. That wasn't your, what you were destined to have, do, be in this lifetime. There was something better. And all was revealed. The truth was revealed. And it feels like you feel like you got played by the universe, but you weren't played by the universe. You weren't forgotten by the universe at all. Okay? Because they're telling you like there's something way better. You might have thought that the end all be all was this like specific thing or this specific person, and it just fell through. And your higher self is letting you know that they will never like abandon you or let you down, and that you like think that you aren't going to get exactly what you want. It's just not going to look like what you thought it was going to look like. It's going to be very different. How to get into alignment is to change that mindset. This is feeling like you have to go into the void, is what I'm getting. And I said this in the love reading too that I did the other day. It's like, I think I said it in the love reading. Love reading or the general, I can't remember. It was one of the two. Or TikTok or something, or a short. I can't remember. But this is you going into the void. And this is you trying not to control the outcome or think of something super specific, right? Because, yeah, like when we manifest, we do ask for specific things, right? And then we get them. But this is like, this is something that I feel like you knew deep down in your soul that it wasn't going to go the way that you thought, but you were just hoping that it would go that way. You have a beautiful destiny like aligned for you. It just wasn't that thing. It just wasn't that person. But it is something better because your frequency feels very high. Even though you're struggling with this, to let this go, your frequency is very high. Your vibration is very high. So whatever you were hoping for is on a lower frequency, lower vibration than you. It was never meant to be. It was meant to be in that moment because it was what you were supposed to learn. But it wasn't your end all be all. It wasn't your person. It wasn't your divine counterpart. It wasn't your soul tribe. It wasn't the dream job. It wasn't the business. Like I said, whatever it is, it wasn't the school. It wasn't the city you were supposed to live in. Whatever that is. Whatever that is. Because there was something on a higher vibration waiting for you. Once you click that, okay, this wasn't it, but I know that God has a better plan for me. I know that I have to work on this within myself. Oh, that person, they were supposed to teach me this, and this is how I move forward with this energy. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful. It hurts right now, but I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And one day you will say that. it might not be right now. You might be too hurt right now and trying to figure out why. But one day you're going to understand why it didn't work out, why it was important for that to happen, because union with self was supposed to happen. Putting you on the path to your highest timeline was supposed to happen because there was something just it's just something so much better on the other side. Okay, your hard work wasn't for nothing. It just wasn't aligned with that specific thing. And I'm seeing the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and that just tells me that this person or this situation, it wasn't of emotional like intelligence. It wasn't of stable like grounding, and it wasn't like a long lasting like manifestation. Okay? In the energy of soul activation, we have the Six of Cups reverse. Spirit, please clarify that for me. The Chariot, Cancer energy. The Ace of Wands reverse. The Three of Swords reverse. The Star, Aquarius energy. And the Five of Wands. Look who came back around. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords reverse, and the Sun reverse. Leo energy. I also saw the Hierophant reverse. And the Devil, Capricorn energy. When you're really ready to face whatever like wound that this energy reflected back to you, that you thought that was going to come back into your life, when you're really ready to face that shadow and heal that, that's when everything aligns. And it has to do with your inner child, and it has to do with your feminine energy. It could be an inner child wound that you never healed from, that you never, yeah, the Nine of Swords. It scares you. It brings fear into you. It hurts you. It haunts you. And this could be something like, since it's feminine energy, it could be something that a mother did to you, or a father who just completely ignored their feminine energy and was an imbalanced masculine energy for a long time. Probably most of your life, probably even still now. This is something that's hard for you to acknowledge about your past. Whether you are a child or a teenager, whatever it is, it was something that was hard for you to acknowledge about your past. Something about this energy that you're upset about triggered that for you. And so when it triggered that for you, it feels like you were starting to do the work for it, right? Because you thought like, if I worked on this energy will come back. If I worked on this, maybe this manifestation will come in, and you're working on it. And then, like I said, that person gets in another relationship. That person is engaged. That person just leaves, or that job falls through, or you didn't get accepted into that school, or you were supposed to get an apartment or move cities, whatever it is. It could be a number of things. But it didn't change the way you thought it was going to change. It didn't grow the way you thought it was going to grow. So you started to neglect that part of you again. You didn't continue to heal that part of you because you felt like it wasn't going in your favor anymore. I'm not going to get that person. Then why do I have to continue to do this? Oh, I'm not going to get that job. Oh, I'm not going to get that loan to start my business. Things fall through because it's God's protection. Things fall through because it's just not meant to be. And it's okay to be upset about it. And it's okay to be angry about it. Right? But you don't stop or stunt your like healing processes because something falls through. Like, yeah, something will be successful. It's just not going to be in the way that you thought it was going to be successful. Like, even I went through a little period where I felt like I was reverting back to old habits that I was doing before I started my spiritual healing journey. And I remember I was just like sitting in my room, and I think I had just got off work. I took off my makeup, I laid in the bed, and then I started doom scrolling through TikTok. And I like took out my laptop and played The Sims for hours and hours and hours, but I didn't come home and journal or meditate or pull cards for myself. And I realized like I hadn't been doing that for weeks. I realized I hadn't touched my journal in almost a month. And even before, like last month, I hadn't touched it in an even longer time before that. And I realized, like, oh, I'm in this rut because I went through this like a few months ago. And I had this like clarity about it. I was like, I went through this and I told myself I accepted that it was over, that it was done. But then I realized that because this specific thing left me, I stopped doing my practices, right? Because that thing that left me helped me keep up with my practices. And when I came to that realization, I was like, wow. I was like, wow, I really stopped what I was doing because this situation left me. And I started to get into a depressive state, and I literally was like cleaning. I hadn't cleaned and everything. Like I was just like, what is going on with me? And I realized I was reverting back to old ways. And I've been on my healing journey for almost 4 years now. And I was like, okay, D, you know you're reverting back. You know that you're not doing this, and that, and you're doing things that you used to do that it took you a long time to come out of those things. So how do we get back to this? Right? This is what this energy is reminding me of. And I journaled about it. I said I thought that I was okay. I cried it out. I did this, that, and the third, but obviously I was still feeling something about that situation. And so I journaled it out. I got my feelings out, and then I just like started to feel better. And then I got back into my habits again. I got back into meditating. I got back into journaling. I got back into pulling cards and everything. I got back into doing what made me feel happy and made me feel like my spiritual journey was going in the right direction. I started reading my books again and studying it again. And I realized like I thought I was over that situation, but I wasn't, because I was taking a step back from the things that helped me heal. Like even when I left my channel for a little bit, right? I told you guys my spiritual like gifts were changing. And as soon as they were changing, that's when I just like kind of dipped. And then like I was like, what's going on with me? Like I wanted to pick up my deck. I wanted to pick up my cards, but I couldn't. And then I realized what was going on. And I was like, okay, it's time to get back to D and get back to this spiritual healing, this, that, and the third. And I feel like that's what you guys are going through. Like you're going through something similar. And your tarot reader, your light worker that you connect with, we go through things right before you guys do, right? And it might not be the same situation, it might not be the same exact thing, but it'll be similar, right? And that's what this feels like. And it might have even been like a subconscious thing. Like you might not even realize that you were reverting back to old ways or like giving up on something. It could be totally subconscious, but then like you start to see the signs and stuff around you and you're like, wait a minute, why did I stop doing that? When did I stop making time for that? Okay. And some of you, it is like that. But for others of you, you're angry about something that didn't work out. And that's okay. Like I said, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be hurt. All right. And if you need to take time, but don't give up, because there's always going to be something better on the other side. Okay. How we clear the block? We have 2 of Pentacles. Spirit, please clarify that for me. We have the 5 of Swords to the Knight of Wands. Have the 7 of Cups. Look at that. High Priestess, Pisces energy. And then we have the 7 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles, the Hangman, heavy on the Pisces. The 9 of Swords, the 6 of Wands. Death. And the Devil. And the Moon, heavy Pisces energy. Cancer as well. Capricorn. Capricorn and Scorpio. There's a choice that you have to make. And you have to trust yourself and your higher self at this time. With the Knight of Wands, it feels like this is like something that's going to come at you quick. Okay. And you're going to be like, whoa. what's happening here? What is going on? What, the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This might be something like, even though it's coming at you fast, it might be something that's hard for you to say out loud, whatever it is. But it helps you, like I said, it helps you get back into alignment with you. It gets you in balance, feminine, masculine energy. It helps you connect to your inner child, letting this out and saying this. Because with the Five of Pentacles on the bottom there, this is about like an abandonment wound. Okay? This is about how you feel seen and feel heard and feel valued. This is you not ignoring. This is you stepping back into you and not fearing change. This is about you getting your confidence back in some way, shape, or form. You're facing a fear here. And the message I feel with the Page of Wands is going to be very clear. Like, it's clear as day. And I don't know if you're going to say this to a person or say this to you. Mirror work has been like heavy in the energy. So this could be you saying this to you, doing mirror work. Okay, but this is something that's really hard for you to say out loud, collective. It's something really hard for you to say out loud. I don't know if it's the fear of like, oh, it's finally over. It wasn't meant to be. You know, it's okay. I'll be okay. To acknowledge this wound and be like, this is why this hurts me. It's something to that effect. And after you get that off your chest, even if it's you saying it to you in the mirror, you writing it down in your journal and like burning that page, once you let it out for real, if it's going to be like a major release is what I'm getting. Because there's a fear of like, if you say it out loud, there's still a fear of something not changing. I don't like the energy that I was getting earlier. It was like someone came into your life, right? They mirrored to you what they were supposed to mirror, and then it's just like they dipped, they disappeared, and you were just like left traumatized, right? That like that's what it feels like, and you were left to try to figure out what to do next. And then there's an energy there of like you thought that once you did that, this energy would come back, but this was to mirror you healing this feminine, this child energy within you. And it was never ever about the other person, if it is a person, whatever this is for you. It just has always been about you and healing you and being more connected to you. So you have a choice. It's either you keep neglecting or you speak it. In some way, shape, or form, spirit is going to bring this to the forefront of your mind, whether it's this reading or there's something that happened in the 3D, whatever it is. Something is going to make you go, well, shit, I gotta do this now. I have to say this now. And that fear of change that you're having, or like the change didn't come as you expected, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. Okay? But you have to trust your higher self. You have to trust your high priestess. The high priestess within. How to get more deeply connected. We have the Nine of Cups. Please clarify that for me. I want to take that Ace of Cups. Okay. The Empress. Love it. The Ten of Cups. And the King of Swords. Oh, what was this? Oh, this was the Knight of Pentacles. I thought that it was the Knight of Wands. I was like, wait, I pulled the Knight of Wands. That felt like a Knight of Wands, but I thought it was That was the Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry. This is the Knight of Wands. Page of Cups. The Lover's reverse. The Emperor. Okay, so we have the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, we have the Devil, and then we have the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Three of Wands. My loves, how you get more deeply connected is loving yourself and healing yourself with that Ace of Cups. You have the 9 to the 10 of Cups, okay? And then we have the Emperor and the Empress. What did I say? And you had the Devil behind that. When you face your shadow, when you face your fears and you get aligned, everything is going to work out. Everything is going to come in fast, full, and steady. I'm not getting flighty energy off of that Knight of Wands. I'm getting that it's going to come in steady. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles there. So that just gives me extra confirmation, even though I read it as a Knight of Wands. It's going to be steady. It's going to be secure. And it's going to be everything, like more than anything that you could ever dream of. Whatever manifestation that you try to put out there is going to be better. And it's because you finally were honest with yourself and you bought love and nurture. You bought the vulnerability, you bought the growth, and then you bought the protection within yourself with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. That imbalance that you had a fear of facing with the Lovers in the reverse, you're healing it. 10 of Swords in the reverse. You're facing your shadow. You're bringing balance within with your feminine and your masculine, and you're not ignoring it anymore. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, you're releasing. In the reverse, you're loving you. You're forgiving who you need to forgive. Okay? And that's how you connect more deeply to yourself. Facing this and just pouring love into yourself. And it's all going to align exactly how it needs to align. And that's such beautiful energy. Okay? Advice for the collective. Advice. The Page of Wands. The Ace of Wands. The Two of Swords. The King of Swords. The Lovers, and then the World. Then we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Nine of Wands, the Devil. Look at that. The Devil, the Nine of Cups, the Sun, and then the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I'm trying to find the right words. This is giving me that, and there's a reader, her name is Maxon on TikTok. I don't know if she's like on YouTube or anything else. She always used to say in her readings, like, let the 3D bleed out. There's going to be times, like, as you're doing this, like, as you're healing this, you might get certain messages that makes you think that certain people are going to come back, that certain things are going to come to fruition that I just told you that they were not meant for you, that there is something better. You have to let the 3D bleed out, because that is the universe testing you to see if you're still getting triggered by those things, okay? To see if you're like, okay, I'm over that. I know that there's something better for me, like, out there. So there's going to be certain synchronicities that you see that are meant to trigger you to see if you are going to stay out of alignment or get into an alignment with your new and higher timeline. Okay? There's going to be things where you think that, oh, that's clarity, that's truth. And Spirit was like, nope, I'm just seeing if you're going to fall for the trigger. I'm going to see if you're going to continue your healing work or you're going to revert back to that thing I just told you that's not a part of your highest timeline. Are you going to go to your happiness, towards your happiness and your independence, or are you going to go back towards that thing that I told you was not meant for you? So let the 3D bleed out. You know something isn't meant for you. There will be a newfound confidence. Queen of Wands. There's going to be something better. The spirit already let you know that like this was rejected already. This walked away already. Don't confuse yourself with the Two of Swords. Don't turn a blind eye and say, "Oh, spirit is showing me this about this again. Maybe it is meant to be." No, it's seen. It's spirit seeing if you're going to get triggered again by it. So be very mindful of that. Okay. Advice. Advice for the collective. Whoa, thank you. How does my body want to move today? When we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? How does your body want to move today? Listen and joyfully do. And this could be like I told you, when I was going through it and didn't realize I was going through it because of this specific thing, I would come home, like take off my makeup, change, get out of bed, do scroll, get on my laptop, play The Sims, do something, and ignore my like healing stuff. Instead of like going outside and going for a walk like I used to do, or just being in the sun for a little bit and stuff like that. Like I stopped doing those things. How do you get yourself moving and the energy of getting back into your spiritual practices and getting back to you after this thing hurt you, after this situation hurt you, right? How do we get back moving in the energy of connecting to source, connected to our higher self, connecting to our healing? How do we do that? Advice. Advice for the collective. Advice. Thank you. The Seeds of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Okay, Seeds of Mintaka is 98. September or August could be significant to you. September 8th could be significant to you. Can't freaking talk. Okay. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seeds of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mitakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When waters appear in a dream in art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you're unaware, to look at them and see them clearly and consciously, so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? How can you see the potential in a situation you're facing? What unconscious patterns are you being called to bring to light? I feel like that was perfect. Like, we unconsciously do certain things when we're triggered. We get into, like I said, this energy of just like doing things like survival mode in a sense, and we just like are on autopilot when we get hurt, right? And then we snap out of it and be like, what am I doing? And like I said, you have something that's on a higher frequency that's coming in, but you have to face these patterns within yourself and be like, oh, I'm reverting back to this, and that's not healthy for me. Right. And as soon as you realize that and step back into your power of healing, even if you do new practices and new techniques, everything is going to align. Advice. Advice for the collective. This is a new deck. It's another version of the Moonology deck. I said I would use this for this reading and probably the Ancestor reading. This one, I'm just going to take this one on the top. They're still kind of stuck together because it's a new deck. We have Honor Your Feelings, Pisces energy. Attune to the divine, more Pisces energy. You have heavy Pisces in your chart. Cool your emotions, Aries energy. Open up to change, Aquarius energy. Speak your world into being, Gemini energy. Believe in your good luck, Sag energy. On the bottom, shine, Leo energy. Advice for the collective. Thank you. Angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe, potent connection. And this one is 43, so April 3rd or the month of March could be significant. Okay. March 4th to like April 3rd or April 4th could be significant too. So pay attention, especially if you like a Pisces. If you're like March 4th Pisces, that's super specific, but yeah. Angels are drawing close at this time, so be open to the signs and synchronicities that confirm this. It's important for you to know that through your actions, choices, and service, you have upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency. Rejoice. You may be rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time. You have been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all those around you. Your guardian angels is with you now, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all of the efforts you've been making, both intentionally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you are on is aligned to the highest good, and the support you need is there for you. You are cherished by angels. I love that. Your spirit team is always with you. Your spirit team is always guiding you, and you are your higher self. And your higher self is leading you in the right direction, and your higher self will never ever fail you, and neither will your spirit team. We go through hard situations all the time, but you have to remember we wrote our soul contracts before we got here. And so everything is always going to be for the greater good of you and the greater good of all. Okay. Advice for the collective. I don't even have all my usual decks out here. I just like when spirit called me to do this reading, I just pulled decks that I was called to. So we have yes. So if you had a yes or no question on your mind, spirit is saying yes. Have listened to your intuition. Be assertive. Helpful people. Recovery, which I feel like you are in recovery for something like really deep wound. And we have peaceful resolution on the bottom. We have within the next few months. And I feel like I'm supposed to clarify that yes. And if you've been on this channel for a minute, I do that sometimes, especially if like no and yes come out at the same time. But hold on, spirit, why is yes here? Why is yes here, spirit? And it could just be yes, listen to your intuition. Like that. The Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Wheel, the King of Pentacles. Yes, it's over. Yes, it's over, and you have a new and better opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune to the Page of Pentacles. It wasn't a part of the plan. It was never stable. So yes, it's really over, and you know that with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Don't go back and forth. I didn't even see that. The Four of Cups. Yes, you have a better opportunity coming. This is the empty cups. That King of Pentacles is the empty cups. Okay. Nothing will change going back to that energy. It's just going to bring hurt. You're manifesting new. He looks so disappointed, but at the same time, these are new seeds growing around you. Yeah, it's time to go, babe. The wheel is turning in your favor for a new and better beginning. Or if you were asking spirit, like, do I really have a new beginning? Yes, you do. You have good luck. It's on your side. Advice for the collective spirit. Thank you for all your messages today. Advice for the collective. Okay, so we have Tiger's Eye. I'm highly intuitive. I can see a solution to any circumstance and act confidently. And then we have Aurora Quartz on the bottom. Tranquility and harmony surround me. I attract joy and success. Okay. This was a deep reading, but I hope it helped. If it did resonate with you and you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you for being here with me and making it to the end of this reading. If you feel called to book a personal with me, I don't even remember if I said that in the beginning. I probably did. But if you feel called, all that information is in the description box below, okay? You guys stay safe. You guys stay blessed. And I will see you in the next reading.